not that I don't want you here. It's something about the way you.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, Erica Yolanda, and I'm back with another video. I hope everybody is happy, healthy, and fed. Come along with us. It's early in the morning, and today is graduation day for my nephew. So I'm bringing my famous macaroni and cheese. You know, my mama mac and cheese. That's what my daughter says. It's her mama mac and cheese, not my mama mac and cheese. My mama can't cook. But you guys, we're going to the store to get some ingredients to make the macaroni and cheese. I was going to the store yesterday, but yesterday was graduation day in our town, and the stores were just packed. So I was like, oh hell no, I'll just get up and go in the morning, which I should have got up and went last night, but I was too lazy. So we're gonna go to the store and get the ingredients to make mama mac and cheese. My mac and cheese. I hope everybody is happy, healthy, fed. Congratulations out there to all the graduates, to all the parents that have graduates, to all the people that are in, you didn't have to birth the child to be their parent. All the villages, all the aunts, uncles, the grandmamas, granddaddies, nieces, nephews, cousins, the sisters, everybody raising these kids. Congratulations to you. You did it. And now it's time for them to go out into the world and be productive adults. I am going to go get just the things I need for macaroni and cheese. I'm not getting nothing else. I'm not going grocery shopping for nothing else. Just some macaroni and cheese ingredients. Which everybody know, the macaroni and cheese is the most expensive thing that you bring to the cookout. Because you need milk, you need noodles, you need eggs, you need cheese. Gosh. And we're going to go to the store and make some signs. I want to make some signs and you know, embarrass them holding up the Go Brandon signs. So, yeah. I will see you guys in a minute when we get to the store. Bye. Okay, guys. We are walking into Food Lion. Getting my... I always have a hard time getting a buggy. Getting my buggy. I think Food Lion don't like me to have buggies. This is the hardest part. Is getting my buggy. Now we're gonna go and get strictly the stuff that we need for macaroni and cheese. We got stuff on sale. Look at that. We're getting strictly the stuff that we need for macaroni and cheese. Because my big head sister said I was making macaroni and cheese. We're gonna get some bananas too. I know those wasn't on the list, but give a girl a break. I needed some bananas. So we're gonna come over here and get the stuff for the macaroni and cheese. Ignore all the stuff that's on sale, Erica. Don't look over there, Erica. You're better than this. Y'all, I swear for sliced bread. They got a bunch of stuff on clearance, y'all. Look at that. Italian style chicken with turkey meatballs. It's on sale for 50 cents. I'm just gonna grab a couple of these. And make sure there's no pork in it. You know what? I can't grab none because I can't tell if it's a pork in there or not because I ain't got my reading glasses on. But let's get our macaroni noodles. Let's see here. We are going to get the giant elbows. I like the giant noodles. Don't tell me if y'all like the giant or the small ones. I like the rich giant ones. So that's what we're gonna get. They're 2 for $3. But you can't beat that sale with a stick. So we're gonna get that. And that's gonna be enough macaroni and cheese, I think. Let's see what this one is. 32 ounce. So yeah. That's gonna be plenty of macaroni and cheese. So now we're gonna go over to the cheese and egg and milk aisle. which I typically always put, let's just, the cake mix. I usually always put canned milk in mine because to me, the canned milk makes the macaroni and cheese taste better. But we about to see. Okay, so the pat is on sale for $2.29 because we making this macaroni on a budget. We're gonna go ahead and buy the regular milk. I'm not ashamed. I am ashamed that I don't have no salt in my house. Let me get a box of salt because I just noticed the other day, not that we use a lot of salt, but I just noticed that we didn't have no salt. And let me go ahead and get some black pepper because I don't think we got too much black pepper left in the house neither. So we'll go ahead and grab the black pepper. We're gonna grab some milk and we're gonna grab some cheese. Good morning. And we're gonna show y'all what. Almost got mowed down by the sweeper. We're gonna show y'all what we put in the macaroni and cheese, and then we're gonna go ahead to the house and make the macaroni and cheese. I gotta go to the Dollar Tree because I want to make some embarrassing signs that show him how much his family loves him and how excited we are that he's graduating from high school. And it feels so real because it's like we're losing the firstborn. So we're gonna go and get that. I know I said I wasn't gonna get nothing, but y'all, I had to grab these cans of peanuts. Good morning. All right, so we're gonna grab a little thing of milk. Let's see here. Whole milk. I could grab this carton. This carton. I'm not gonna need more than this carton. So let's grab this carton. Let's look at the date. Yo, I hadn't seen a carton of milk in a long time. In fact, I stopped seeing milk for a while. So expiration date is in June. So we're gonna go ahead and buy that. I need butter and eggs. Alright, so we're gonna get some eggs. But you know, with me, we're gonna go ahead and get that thing of eggs. I know I always go ahead and buy the 30 count. Hold on a minute, y'all. I gotta make sure that this is secure. And I ain't got no cracked eggs in there. Okay. 30 eggs for $10, which is not bad. Alright. And then we are going to get the butter. I like to buy the sweet cream salted butter. It just adds a little more salt to it. There's less salt that I have to add to it. So, yeah, let's go ahead and pick out the cheeses. Okay, so Gento is on sale this week. So we have that, and then we have the Sargento cheese. The Sargento is on sale. This is a 7.5 ounce bag. And let's see what this. Okay, so it's a half an ounce difference. So $1 difference and a half an ounce difference. So let's see how we're gonna do this. I think I'm gonna go ahead and get the Sargento cheese because the one Sargento is good. This is sharp cheddar. Four state shredded New York sharp California mild. You know what? I don't know if today is the day to start something new. I usually just stick to what I always get, but this is on sale, and this is the shredded Wisconsin sharp. I think I'm gonna buy this sharp cheddar. They already have the sharp, they don't have no mild cheddar. So we got to get all sharp cheddar. Alright, so we got the cheeses. Let me just grab a block. Grab an extra block. Because you can't never have too much cheese, y'all. Grab an extra block of mild cheddar. This macaroni is still going to be good to the gods. I'm going to grab an extra block. Alright. Okay, so we got the cheese. I got sour cream at home because I normally put a little bit of sour cream in it. So I got sour cream at home. And we got everything we need. So I'm going to go and check out, guys. Okay, guys. We have gotten everything we needed out of Food Lion. Now we are on our way to the Dollar Tree because I want to get a couple of things from there to make some signs, and I need to get a couple of aluminum pans, let me say that right, aluminum pans, so I don't have to take my casserole dish to my sister's house and have them transfer everything, you know, make it easy for people. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to get some aluminum pans so that I can make that macaroni and cheese, and then I'm going to get some stuff to make some signs for him. So, all right, we will see you guys at the Dollar Tree. Okay, guys, when I first walked in this Dollar General, it was all black, so they just cut the lights on. I was trying to figure out what the hell was going on, but they just cut the lights on, and now I am looking for the arts and crafts section, which, oh, hold on, I see the pans. I need some pans first. Then I need the arts and crafts section. Let's see what they have. No. No, we don't want the $4 pans. That's what we don't want. I don't know, y'all. I have to get one of these $4 pans. I don't know. This ain't the dollar store, so you know they don't have the dollar pans. But this one down here is a $4 pan, and it has the top to cover it up. So I guess this probably about to be the pan. Alright. It'll keep me from having to buy aluminum foil though. So I guess that's a good thing. I won't have to buy no aluminum foil with that pan. Although I need aluminum foil anyway, so I'm just go ahead and get some. Okay, good. They got some dollar aluminum foil. We can roll with that. Alright, so now let's go find the arts and crafts section, y'all. If they have one. Hopefully they have one. Because your girl needs some arts and crafts. Not now, but right now. Hi, how are you? Oh, you're fine. Just looking for the arts and crafts section.
All the way down there.
Okay, thank you. Okay. So we found our way to the arts and crafts section. Now I need to get some balloons. Hopefully they got helium. Because yesterday, you know, was graduation day for everybody else. So they might be out of helium. I know I don't see what I want, which is the big piece of construction paper. You know what I'm talking about, y'all. I might have said it wrong. But you know the paper that you use to do your school stuff on? Oh no, y'all. I don't even know. It's the Dollar Tree. I went to Dollar Tree, but they don't open until 9 o'clock. And I ain't got time for that. I got a doctor's appointment this morning. I know it's Saturday and I got a doctor's appointment. But I got a doctor's appointment on a Saturday. But it's telehealth, so that's really good. Oh, I think I see it. I think I see what I was talking about, y'all. Forgive me, I'm just walking here around these people's stuff. I ain't trying to make the vlog boring. I'm trying to just show y'all what I'm doing. Oh, hell no. I thought this thing said $5 just now. I'm about to say, what? I wonder which one of these $5. This is what I was talking about. The boards. AKA the embarrassing boards. Is it this is the one. I don't have to get the big old one. Okay. So I found the one that I wanted. So we don't have to hold these up too high. You don't want to block nobody's way. So I'll get those. And I'll just buy an extra one in case I mess up. Alright, so I got everything that I needed. Now we're going on home to get ready to make macaroni and cheese. Because we got to be on the road by 2 o'clock to get to her house. So we're going to go ahead and get the macaroni and cheese. And I'm going to ask them if they happen to have any graduation balloons. Alright, I'll see y'all in a minute. We're checking out. Okay guys, we're back from the store. We went, got everything that we needed to make my my famous macaroni and cheese for my nephew's graduation party tonight. I went to Food Lion and I actually scored big today, okay? They had the Sorrento cheese on sale. If you've ever had Sorrento cheese, you know that this is a very delicious cheese. And my favorite, the 4-state, this cheese has cheeses from California, New York, Wisconsin, and Vermont in it. It's so good. We got 2 boxes of elbow noodles. They were actually on sale this week, 2 for $3, so that was just great. We got some milk. The only time I ever buy whole milk in my house is to make this macaroni and cheese. I got some cream cheese. I got an extra block of cheese. I got 6 bags of cheese. I got an extra block. I got my butter, and I got 5 eggs over there sitting for room temperature. What I did was I seasoned my water before I put the noodles in there. I put a little bit of salt in there, some olive oil, and a little bit of chicken seasoning. So we got that going. That's going to give those noodles some flavor. And then once we get those drained off, we'll be ready to add in our ingredients. Now, I do mine traditionally. I know a lot of people make a roux for their macaroni and cheese. I don't do that. I drain my noodles, and I just go ahead and insert the eggs first. Well, actually, I insert the milk first because I like the eggs. I don't want the eggs to scramble when you put them in hot noodles. So I actually insert the milk and the cheeses first. I don't know how I said that. I put everything cold in there first. That way it cools down the noodles. So when I put the eggs in there, it does not scramble them. I'm sorry. My brain scrambled. I'm gonna do this within, I got 30 minutes to get this in the oven because I got a doctor's appointment and virtually in 45 minutes. So we gotta get this going, okay? The noodles are actually almost done cooking. I just keep stirring them because I don't like my noodles to ever try to stick. But with the olive oil in there, that's gonna keep it from sticking anyway. Y'all see my big arms in the camera? Yes, I know I have big arms. If anybody that's saying that to themselves, yes, Erica does have big arms. I've always had them and I'm proud of them. I'm gonna lose these arms one day. I ain't gonna lose all of them, but a little bit gonna go away. I actually got a lot of hanging skin from the weight that I did lose. So we're gonna go ahead and get these noodles drained, and then I'll be back when we start mixing. Okay, I'm back, guys. We've got the noodles drained, okay? So the noodles have drained. Now the first thing I want to put in is this chunk of cheese that I have. We're gonna cut this chunk of cheese up into little pieces. It doesn't matter how you do it. You may want to put them in chunks. You may want to, some people even shred it. It's going all to the same place. So I just cut mine up in chunks like this and spread it around. And it's going to get where it needs to go. Trust me. I know a lot of people say, oh, I like it when I shred my cheese. I cut mine up in chunks. It's still going to mix the same way. You do it to your preference. I like this macaroni and cheese right here because it's beginner friendly. I don't make a roux or any of that stuff. I could make a roux, but why complicate things when you can just get your cheese and everything incorporated just like this while the noodles are still hot. I go ahead and get that in there. My butter is at room temperature, so I go ahead and get my butter in there so that it can melt. And I typically put it in there whole, but I'm gonna cut this up too, just for the sport. You can put it in there whole, because that's what I normally do. Because the way it's sitting there melting in my hands, I should have put it in there whole. Because now I feel weird. No worries, no worries. Oh, I'm sorry, I hit the camera. Sorry, hold on, camera. Gotta grab some paper towels. Okay, I do apologize. I had to grab some paper towels. My bad. So we got that butter in there. Gonna move that butter around just like this. Got that in there. And then I'm going to put in some cream cheese. This is 8 ounces of cream cheese. So I'm gonna start with about 6 ounces. I'm gonna put in about 6 ounces because I don't want to put that whole thing of cream cheese in there. All this does is gonna make it creamier and yummy. But I want to get that incorporated in there. Y'all, I didn't say this because it's not rocket science, and I usually say it on all my videos. The first step to cooking anything is washing your hands. Wash your hands, baby. That's the first step to cooking anything. Don't nobody want to be in the house with somebody that got nasty hands. It just ain't right. So wash your hands. That's the first step. Then you add your ingredients and start cooking and add boiling water and all that stuff. Wash your hands. That is the cleanest thing you can do. And make sure your stove and stuff are clear. You see my counters are not clear because I have my air fryer on one side, my toaster on one side. I use one side of my counter like this where all the mail goes. Every time I clean it up, the mail ends back up over there anyway. So we've already put the first 2 bags in there and the first block of cheese and 6 ounces of cream cheese. And this is what it's looking like. The noodles are still hot. It's still melting. But you got to start putting in that arm work now. This is where that arm work come in handy. Now what I'm going to do now is when I'm going to start adding my black pepper and stuff. Got my black pepper. I use a lot of black pepper for my macaroni and cheese because black pepper just makes everything taste better. This is my secret ingredient, Lowry seasoning salt. You ever wonder why the macaroni tastes seasoned? I put in some Lowry seasoning salt. I put that in there. And then I'm going to add just a pinch of salt. Not a lot of salt, just a pinch. In fact, I'm going to measure it on my hand. See? Just a pinch. That's all the salt that you need for macaroni. It does not take a lot of salt because there is a lot of cheese in here. And within all that cheese is a lot of salt. So you don't need a whole lot of salt in it, but you do want it to season. My sister called me earlier, my little sister, and she told me my food is made for salt because she like a lot of salt in her food. No, ma'am, we want the food to be good because you can take away, but you cannot. You can add, but you cannot take away. So if you start this dish with a whole bunch of salt, you starting it with failure. You got to taste as you go. Now I'm adding in another bag of shredded cheese. And we're just getting this all incorporated. Getting this all good. This is good stuff here. Y'all know that's my favorite thing to say in the kitchen, good stuff. It is. It is good stuff. If it falls on the stove, it's meant for me to eat it. Now this is where that elbow work comes in handy. Because you're going to put in some elbow work. You hear me? There's going to be some work. This ain't no easy turn here. Once that cheese start to get melted and incorporated, you see this here? It's got my copper tunnel acting up. And this ain't even my biggest pot of macaroni and cheese. So what I'm going to do to loosen this up, I'm going to go ahead and add some milk. And that'll help me loosen it up. I'm adding about a half cup of milk to start with. This right here is only this is 4 cups of milk in that container. So I've added about a cup. See, you hear? Y'all hear how it sounds? It sounds different. This is what it's looking like. See, that milk is helping me to get it mixed up better, loosening it up. And all that creamy goodness. This is my favorite part of the macaroni and cheese is mixing it. But you gotta mix it like you owe it money though. Go in there and scrape some of that cheese off. This is the easy part, guys. Is once you've added that cheese and that salt, whatever you're gonna taste. I've tasted it already, and it's got plenty of salt in it. Now that dry mouth sister of mine probably gonna say, you didn't got enough salt in it. Because she likes salt. I'm gonna add some more milk. Because the milk is what's gonna keep this creamy. Like I said, if it falls on the stove, it's meant for me to taste it. And that's good. We're gonna add some more black pepper. We're gonna add some more black pepper to it. Then I'm gonna put a dash of more seasoning salt in there. All right, that's all the seasoning that you're gonna give this macaroni and cheese. It does not, you season it to your taste, but you do not need a whole lot of salt in this because it's so much cheese. There's so much cheese goes into this recipe that add all that salt is really unnecessary because you're gonna end up with a salty pan of macaroni and cheese. This is what it's looking like. All right, now I'm gonna grab my eggs. Hold on now. See, I did that. I'm back. Okay, I said I had my eggs out to room temperature, and I did. I had them, I'm looking this way, the camera's this way. I did have them out to room temperature. And so you don't want to add your eggs while this pot is too hot because it will scramble those eggs. And so I go in and I mix. As I put the egg in there, I mix. That way it's not scrambling those eggs. And then I add another egg. Then I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of the eggs. And then what I'm going to do after that, I'm going to add a little bit more milk into it. So I got that. I don't think I need to add the other egg because this is not even as big as I thought this was going to be. This actually turned out to be a kind of small pot. I should have got the little noodles. I wasn't thinking. The bigger the noodles, the smaller the pot. So I should have got the real mini ones, but I didn't. And so now it's starting to come together. I don't know if y'all can see that good. Y'all, this is not a hard dish. Macaroni and cheese is actually a very easy dish to make. I'm gonna add some more pepper because I can't see it. I like to be able to see my pepper in it. If I can't see even a speck of pepper, I ain't got enough. So we can go ahead and get this added in there. And I'm gonna add a little bit more milk for the creaminess. And that's how we're gonna do this. All right, so we got that. You can tell that there's a lot of cheese in this. But because I am a cheesy girl, I'm gonna add just a little bit more in there, and then the rest is gonna be for the top. And what I'm also gonna do is, I'm gonna take another stick of butter, and I'm gonna chop it up and put it on the top before it goes in the oven as well. That's that. Get that stirred up nice and good. And what you want to do is taste it before you put it in there. It's your food. You're supposed to taste it. Taste it before it goes in the oven. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to taste it. Oh, that's good. I swear I'm not saying that because I made it. That is good. I did myself this time. Every time I think I can't get no better, I pop out and do it to myself. Okay, so now that is delicious, y'all. This is what it looks like. Let me bring y'all a little bit closer. This is what it looks like. You can tell that this is creamy, moist, and ready to go in the oven. That's ready to go in the oven. So we got my pan right here. I'm gonna go ahead and put that in. You got to have some strength in your arms and wrists to do this. If you ain't got no strength in your arms, you better go call somebody that do. Because you got to have some strength in you to pick this part up. That part was heavy. Parental advisory. Do not do that without the consent of an adult. Alright, so we're getting this in. And again, you see how creamy and juicy this is. That's the right amount of what I need it to be. This is what it looks like in the pan. That is creamy. You'll know if you got enough milk in it about how creamy it is. If it's at your creamy taste, you got enough milk. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add the cheese on the top. Because there's enough cheese. And I did wipe these off before I did it. We're going to add some of that mixed cheese on the top. Alright. Then we're going to go back in with some cheddar. Some regular sharp cheddar. Cover them sides. And everything. Alright. I remember when I was little, my aunt used to put breadcrumbs on her macaroni and cheese. Some people probably still do. I'm just going to put some pepper on the top. Maybe just a little dash of seasoned salt on the top. Alright. And now I'm going to put some more butter on the top of this. Because everything's better with butter, baby. But we're just going to put a little bit there so it can drain down the sides. There's plenty enough in it, don't get me wrong. But you want to do it where it just drains down the side of the macaroni and cheese. Y'all, you can make this macaroni and cheese, mix it from start to getting it in the oven, about 30 minutes. And that's just long enough to let your noodles boil. You can get this in the oven in 30 minutes, let it cook for another 45 to an hour. I'll cover mine up with aluminum foil because if you don't, it's gonna brown on the top first and you want the moisture to stay inside this. So that's why I'm gonna cover it up with aluminum foil. And then that way, when it starts to brown, it'll be cooked through and through. Does that make sense? So this is what it looks like before we put the aluminum foil on it. And it did turn out to be a big pan. And it is a big, delicious pan. So now I got my aluminum foil over here. And we're just gonna go ahead and foil this and put it in the oven. Let's see how much time I got to spare. I still got 15 minutes before I have to get ready for my doctor's appointment. So within that time frame, I've been checked on it again. So we're gonna go ahead and get this in. Did y'all see that aluminum foil go rogue just now? Yes, that aluminum foil went rogue. Y'all didn't see it fall out my hand? Try to make it seem like I didn't know what I was doing. Like, this is my first time using foil. Y'all, I try to lift it up so that the cheese doesn't stick to the aluminum foil. But I put the foil on it. We're gonna put it in the oven for 45 minutes. I gotta stop looking this way, y'all. Y'all gonna think I'm cross-eyed on this video for real. All right, so I will see you guys in 45 minutes. Bye. Okay, guys, I'm back. The macaroni and cheese has been in the oven for 45 minutes. I did 30 minutes covered up and 15 minutes uncovered because I do like a nice crisp on the top. This is what it looks like, you guys. This is what it looks like from far away, and I'm gonna get close up on it. And anybody can make macaroni and cheese, y'all. You just have to believe in yourself and know that you can do it. Y'all, I say this because when I got married, when I was, 20 years old or so, I married my first husband. And nobody told me, like, how to make certain things. I always watched my father cook because he cooked my whole life. He's always been the cook in the family. And when I used to stay with my grandmother, she used to have me try to put stuff together because she had strokes and stuff. And she just used to be so glad to have my company. She would tell me how to do certain things. But I never had like that one-on-one sit down. Oh, this is how you cook. Get in the kitchen and cook. It was never like that. But because I always watch people, I learned things. And so I wish that there was a YouTube back when I got married. There wasn't. So now we put these things on YouTube. This is quick and easy. What I will say about macaroni and cheese is that it is not a cheap meal. You can find noodles on sale. You can use the store brand noodles. That's not the problem. It's when you start buying the cheese. Like, I'm real picky. I only use name brand cheese, like Kraft or Sargento. Other than that, no. Every now and again, I might get a Publix brand cheese, but that's the only kind of cheese that I will buy. So you start getting expensive when you get to cheese. So you try to find cheese on sale. And what I typically do, when I find it on sale, I put it in my deep freezer so that I have it. I brought the 30 count of eggs that I always get. It was $10. I used 5 of the 30 count. Butter, I use real butter. Butter is expensive. I don't use margarine, but one of my goals by the end of this year, I want to be making my own butter. So got that. A pack of butter is like, what, $5 for a 4-pack? Let's see here, what else? So we got the cheese, the butter, the milk. I never buy whole milk, and I usually use canned milk, but the canned milk was just too expensive today, so the girl had to buy some whole milk. So I did buy some whole milk. That was $2, you know. So I'll just say the cheese is the most expensive thing. And you know, eggs, cheese, milk, those are the necessities for a household. So all of that goes into this macaroni and cheese. I don't want to like cut into this macaroni and cheese because it is going to my nephew's party, and I don't want it to look like I've been digging in it. But if you look down good right here, you can see that butter and that juice just oiling up down here at the bottom. So this is going to be a moist macaroni and cheese, because you can overcook it, and you can, depend on the noodles. Like I won't use these big noodles right here again, because I forgot that these noodles soak up so much of the milk. And when you make it, it just doesn't look like it's like, this is a big pan. But if it was the skinnier noodles, the smaller noodles, elbow noodles, this pan would be like overflowing, which I'm kind of glad it's not overflowing, but you know what I'm saying. So macaroni is an expensive meal. You don't want to mess it up because you'll be throwing away a lot of money. But yeah, this recipe that I gave you guys, I always say taste it for yourself and season as you go. Taste, season. That way you make it your own. My secret ingredient is seasoned salt. I love using seasoned salt. Gives it a different type of flavor. And also I use chicken seasoning when I'm boiling my noodles. I use olive oil and chicken seasoning and a little bit of salt when I'm boiling my noodles. That way the noodles have some flavor to them. And then before I take this out the oven, I do put it on broil a little bit to make the top a little bit crispier, because I like a little crunch when I bite into my macaroni and cheese. But yeah, that's about it. Anybody can make this recipe. You want to be the one at the office party with the good, the macaroni and cheese is the good. You know, we all be looking at people crazy when we go to eat and be like, who made the macaroni? So who made the macaroni? Y'all seen who made the macaroni? Y'all know that's what we be doing, so you can't mess this one up. But this was a very simple, easy recipe. Taste to your season as you're going. As you're mixing, taste it to your season. Oh yeah, I put cream cheese in this too, I forgot. And sometimes I put sour cream in it as well. Today I didn't put any sour cream, I just used cream cheese. But you can use sour cream as well. But this is macaroni and cheese for dummies. Seriously, like this is not rocket science right here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's going to be a little long. It's going to be me talking. But the next video is going to be me at the graduation, because I'm so proud of my nephew. Yeah. Okay, guys. Until next time. And I hope this picture does it justice. It's your girl, Erica Yolanda. I hope everybody stays happy, stay healthy, stay fed. And please remember, this is Memorial Day weekend. So please be careful out on that road. No drinking, no driving, no testing, no limits. And expect traffic delays. So don't try to be nowhere in no hurry, because this ain't the weekend for it. It's graduation weekend and it's Memorial Day weekend. So let's respect all, fear none. As always, bye.